fiending for like a chai latte. Do you do it iced by any chance?
Oh, yeah, totally.
Hello.
Just because you don't think like this, Jassine?
What?
You always remind me of Pam from Martin.
That's a good comparison.
That's a good comparison.
I'll take that one. I watched Pam growing up being like, all right, that's how you're supposed to be. So
I wanted to be Pam too.
That's a good one.
But you could, cheers.
Cheers.
All right, so this is a new segment that we're doing. The Oma Talk, right?
I love it.
Right? It could be the Oma Chat. We'll decide what we're gonna call it later.
Let's see what it sounds
but
like.
We're starting off with you. Why? Because I absolutely adore you.
Oh, you're so sweet.
Where are we? We're at the Oma Shop, the Oma Coffee and Lifestyle, with the Oma Coffee and Lifestyle at our back barbershop hair braiding section. So this is new. We're gonna have really good fun. I said if I'm gonna start this, I'd rather start it with someone who I'm very familiar with, who makes me laugh, but doesn't intentionally make me laugh. You are just someone who is so special to me and my sister, Darlene.
Oh.
So, and also, I trust the process of starting someone with you because one, you're fly as hell, and I just know you're gonna come in cute no matter what. I don't gotta do nothing.
Only trying to impress you.
Or if you gotta count on anybody to come in cute, I just know Jassine gonna come in cute. I don't gotta talk to her. I don't gotta do anything.
That's true, you're right.
But because I gotta be promotional, which I suck at, we're gonna start off with what we're drinking.
No, that's not me. That's not so. Wait,
Okay.
okay.
But you know I'm not that. I'm not cheating.
I know you're not that girl. I know you're not like. And this
okay.
segment was brought to you by.
But hold on.
In actuality, this segment was brought to you by
The Oma Shop.
The Oma
What you
Shop.
drinking, Jassine?
I got the iced chai latte.
That's special.
That's how you say. You said
Yeah,
chai.
yes, right.
Chai,
Yeah, girl. We can judge by what we want.
I was like, you
Chai
know,
on chai. What I got?
you know, I'm from New York, quinoa, quinoa. I don't know how to pronounce anything.
Right. What I have, I'm about to mess it up myself, is the Oma Shop, the Oma Hibiscus Iced Tea.
Very cute.
It's a really special drink. It's very tasty. Lately, I've been adding some strawberry puree to the bottom of it.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, that's why it's like darker at the bottom, right?
And I make the puree here. Very special. Basically, it's like a sugar high, but it's supposed to sound real natural here. Because when you put the hibiscus, it's made with some pea flour. But when you put all that funky stuff and make it purple, it's just purple drink. But it's really healthy.
You basically have elevated purple drink.
I love purple drink.
Ooh, I want that purple stuff.
Look, I'm already spilling.
I love it.
Yes.
I love it.
And everybody, all the black people love this drink. In the neighborhood.
He said available at 2754 Frederick Douglass Boulevard.
And 146. So, we're gonna just have a conversation, as I said.
Let's talk.
Keep it short and simple, and I have my Oprah cards.
I feel like I'm on like Ricky Lake. You know how you know how the guests are always like, how should I sit to like?
I'm not gonna call it my Oprah cards. I'm gonna call it my Ricky Lake cards because that's how I
We're a little
reunite.
more Ricky Lake than Oprah.
And we're definitely more Ricky Lake than Oprah. I feel Ricky was very special at our time. And again, that's why I brought you here, because of our conversations and what you reminded me. I feel like you were that 90s, though we met, maybe we've known each other for over a decade, but I feel like you were like my 90s best friend.
It's just, you meet certain girls in New York that are from New York, and we just all think the same. I won't even say just girls, the right guys. We all think the same. There's just this kind of like code that we operate by that even if we're not into the same thing, even if we don't move in the same circles, we'll see each other in the room and be like, the fuck is she doing? Like, it's always this kind of like, I feel like our junior high school selves are always kind of like popping out, being like, what the fuck is that? I think that's why it's like, I don't know, when we have a conversation, it's always like, we can sync there. And Darlene too, like, we can always sync up on those things when people are being like ridiculous.
And I think because we also live in a city where there's so many transplants, when we are able to go back to our lingo, like ups, like I don't want nobody to call it Air Forces. So I can't call it Air Forces. And if you adopted the term Air Force, I'm gonna be very upset with you.
No, I don't do that. I call them uptowns.
Because they're uptowns.
I never said ups. I always said uptowns.
Uptowns, whatever. They're not Air Force Ones. I have a real problem with hearing that. And I know that the culture has expanded to more than it just being Air Force ups. And we have to subscribe to that now, but I don't. So when
you won't even acknowledge it. Somebody says they were.
What's an Air Force One? It sounds like retro Jordans to me.
You're like, what is that? I don't wear that.
We don't wear that. We wear Uptowns. If you want to keep it Harlem, because
but most people won't even know what you're talking about. If you're not from New York, they won't even know what you're talking about.
And instead of fact, I'm not ignorant that I think Uptowns is just a New York thing, period. But then I realized it wasn't.
No, they are.
But black Uptowns were for the South.
Oh.
Whatever.
I mean, people wear black Uptowns?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, Raphael wears.
Oh.
And I tell him, I'm like, you can't wear all black leather shoes, like all black sneakers. You can't do it. And he's like, what's wrong? He needs them for sex. He's like, what's wrong with my shoes?
Raphael.
And he knows better. He knows better. But I think he does it for work. He just does it for work.
Raphael is Jassine's husband, who is also a New Yorker. Is also a New Yorker. And I don't know, maybe it's a Puerto Rican thing. Y'all can tell me.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
Okay.
No. I think it's just a work thing. He just needs all black shoes.
No. We all know we can't do black ups. That's just not a thing. Like,
Yeah,
it comes with a stigma.
You can't be on
So
set
then
all
pick a
black.
different shoe. You gotta pick a different shoe.
He hasn't worn it in mad long, so I'm
What's mad
gonna
long,
give him a
Jassine?
slide. Maybe like 7+ years.
Ah,
It's been a
okay.
long time.
Yeah, but so I was a
He
girl.
wears like the Solomon's Hoka.
Sure.
One of those.
Okay.
Yeah.
You wearing the currents. Okay.
Yeah.
So the thing about me in 6th grade, if I seen you wearing black Uptowns, I thought you were a bum. That's mean.
Okay.
But that's just being New York.
So no. So basically, you just didn't give people a chance at all. Okay.
And I still don't.
You're reminding me of this girl I grew up with. I used to walk to school with people that were my friends. I don't know how they were my friends and used to try to eviscerate me every other day. It was the weirdest fucking shit. But this dude looked over to me out of the group and was like, yo, Jassine, what kind of jeans you got on? And I was like, I got mad hot. I got the wave of heat. Like, he put me on the spot. And I was like,
What you mean?
they're polo. They were my brother's hand-me-downs.
But were they USA polo? Or
No, they were real polo. They were real
why
polo.
polo.
They were good polo jeans, like they were Ralph Lauren. So I was like, but they were my brother's hand-me-downs.
Okay, so.
But the thing is,
But he knew that?
No, he was like, oh, okay. I thought they were some cheap jeans. He was ready to go in on me in front of the whole group for no reason. And I was like,
But he sounded like he wear Rockaway jeans, and I had a problem with people in 6th grade who did wear Rockaway jeans too with the red stitching. Was he? Was he?
wait, there wasn't. No, he wasn't doing that.
Okay.
This is the era right before.
Because you got time to air his ass
This
out
was the
now.
era right before Rockaway jeans.
Okay.
I was working at Dr. J's with Rockaway jeans.
Dr. J.
I did. I was like the hat counter girl. So I was like, what size are you? 7 5/8? I was definitely that bitch.
I was going to work at VIM, but why?
VIM?
Oh no.
Only the old African men work at VIM.
At heart, Jassine, I am an old African man.
Young people working there.
At heart, I was an old African man.
That's what I was.
And then when Converses came into stuff, you wanna know what it is?
That's very good.
Converses was where you can get them, and you can get them for $13.
Yep, exactly.
At Left Rack City VIM.
Exactly.
And you're a Queens girl, so you knew. And I was like, and I only had probably $13. So I was like, I could look fly for $13
All right.
and be current.
True. You get it like
So,
off the table in VIM. That's
no, don't do that, because it wasn't off the table.
It wasn't off the table?
They had it off the table rack, but we didn't do the off the table. That's wrong. I did the wall. Okay,
got it.
VIM.
Okay, got it. I'll let you live.
See, again, that brings me back to what our connection is. It's very, very, very intricate. Like, it's very special to have a relationship with a lot of New Yorkers. I think the industry that we met each other in came with a lot of non-New Yorkers. Yeah. So it was us like relearning people, but also trying to keep our own identity.
Very true.
So when Darlene and I, my sister, met you, we're like, oh, Jassine is so special. And then again, it's multi-layered. Just you coming from an immigrant family. So we all had our Haitian, by the way. This Haitian cute.
Haitian.
Okay, I didn't know that. I never heard that before.
Never heard Haitian? Oh,
No.
that's just Haitian and Creole.
I've never heard anybody say that before in my life, actually.
I speak Creole, girl.
I know. We know you're multicultural. We know that, but I never heard that.
Oh yeah, you should. But then again, you live in the Bronx. Haitians don't rule the Bronx. They're everywhere, but they don't rule the Bronx.
They're more like Brooklyn Queens, huh?
Yeah,
that's cute. So I have my Ricky Lake cue cards. Just not that we ever need them. I can throw these things.
I know, we can talk forever.
But again, I can talk to you forever about anything. And I just wanted to. Again, I started this idea of like, okay, let's do the show, but who am I talking to? You, of course. What am I talking for? I don't know. But in lieu of Mother's Day, I was like, okay, who's a mom that's so, we converse. Now our new relationship is kind of momming together, but you know I'm very unmom.
Yeah.
And you mom, but you're not that. You almost unmom, but you're more mom than me. But you have a little unmom. Okay, fine. You crossed over. You crossed over.
No, I'm a mom.
You are.
I'm definitely like no sugar and all this. Like I'm a mom in that way, but I think we're more similar in mom life, like mom-ing, whereas that we're like talking wild to our children, like talking to them like they're grown adults, and like I'm always checking myself like she's 3 years old, like stop telling her to, like Renee, my daughter's name is Renee, and she's 3 years old, and she says to me and Raph, which is my husband, let me live. When we try to take something from her, she's like, let me live. It is the funniest thing. And Raph looks at me and he was like, that's you. That's you in her. And I was like, it is, because I'm always saying like, let me live.
But let her live. Let her live.
Yeah.
Let her live. And that's what I love. Just again, we are sort of raising our child in our mixed hodgepodge of like immigrant ways based on New York City ways. Yeah. Because someone tried to praise me and Akeem about gentle parenting in the park. And I said, what part of me telling Aaron to figure it out and letting her just fall on the floor and like, she couldn't ride a bike, and I told you my child was a little uncoordinated. Brilliant, but no coordination.
It's coming around.
It's not, she's 6. She lost her teeth yesterday from being uncoordinated.
No, that's her being a kid. I'm telling you, it's coming around.
I knew how to play on the monkey bars. How come she don't know how to play on the monkey bars? Just
fair, but but I have faith in Aram. I know it's coming. But same with Renee, like they don't put their hands out and they fall. Like their head, their head is how they fall.
How do you eat the ground? How do you eat the ground? I said, how did you fall? Teeth, 2 teeth, bone, blood, gone. It's crazy.
Like I can't relate because I'm like, I remember like putting my hands out when I was a kid. It's like the wild part now is like my kids will fall and my instant reaction is like, you gotta put your hands out. But other parents are looking at me like I'm supposed to first be saying like, are you okay?
Never. I said, are you crazy?
Put your hands out.
Are you crazy? I was like, what's wrong? And the king was like, all right. Because people are around and we're always like, what's really good with you?
Yeah.
Are you okay? Are you okay? Like how? How?
Yeah.
Listen, and it's only been 5 minutes. You can't take you that nowhere.
Yeah, but
you can't play in the park for 5 minutes without you.
Again, I know it's coming around for both of them, but it's kind of like, I just didn't expect it to take this long for them to get the whole like, try to protect their face. I don't know. That part is always hard for me. I need you to protect your face. Like I need that to click for you, but it hasn't come yet.
It doesn't make sense. No. What were you doing on the monkey bars? I was able to be a gymnast. I was going from one foot to the, I mean, at least what I thought, you know. We ain't gonna go back to really what happened, but from what I remember, I was flying on those monkey bars.
You're a diesel because I still can't. I never could do the monkey bars. I still can't do the fucking monkey bars. I just cannot do it. I have my upper body strength. It's just not there. I was a kid and I was hanging and I was like.
Did you stand on the swing?
Yeah, stand on the swing. Yeah.
Did you stand and push?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But monkey bars
I don't see kids do that
takes
anymore.
a certain level of upper body strength that I just gave up somewhere around 7. I was like, I'm never gonna get this.
I don't see kids do that anymore, and I'm really appalled. And I don't see kids play double dutch or jump single rope.
No, I haven't seen kids. Anyway. I've only seen grown women playing double dutch. Yeah, I haven't seen kids playing. I've seen 30-year-old women play double dutch. I don't see children play double dutch. No.
I have a problem with that.
I think kids don't play outside at all.
I have a problem with that.
That's the strange part.
That's very weird. I have a huge problem with that.
But it's like even in my neighborhood, I'll ask Raph or my friends. I'll be like, "Where are the teenagers?" I'll be like, I'll see kids, I'll see parents, but I don't see kids playing outside. But I never even see groups of like outside of school, outside of them like going and coming from school. You don't even see teenagers hanging around the neighborhood. I'm like, where is everybody?
Fresh. I don't see any fresh little teenagers.
No, they don't hang. They just don't hang outside anymore. Everything is like.
You just blew my mind. I don't see teenagers.
No, they live on the phone. Like that's their world. Like
I did outside of this shop the other day.
Yeah.
See a little girl park her phone right in front of the bench, and
she's doing it.
And I was like, "Oh, you about to TikTok that?" And she said yes, and I said, and she was like, "I dated a TikTok with her." So I was like, "You didn't have to tell me nothing." She tried to show me the dances, but the dances were a little bit too. I can't.
It was too many arms.
I can't. I was like, this ain't dancing, baby. This here is not dancing. Because she's doing some new challenge. It's the Blvd challenge.
Yeah.
And I was like, show it to me. But I was like, I also insulted her. I was like, you're not really hitting it either. So we both can't. You can't teach me this.
You can't teach me if you
and
don't
you're
got
not even
it.
hitting it.
Yeah.
And I had a problem with that. But I tried to see, I was like, I'm going to fix this so I can fix it for us.
Yeah.
But the way she was teaching me, I was like, the hits, the moves, they just weren't. And I was like, what's...
So the girl was teaching you and then you kind of insulted her?
Yeah, I insulted her. And I was like, we
you?
good on this. We'll come back. And she did it by herself. The confidence is unmatched though. I was like, can you imagine growing up and just popping your phone in the middle? I mean, we didn't have
cell phones, but...
What's the equivalent?
Wait, we technically did do that. You didn't used to make up dances with your friends in the neighborhood?
Only, but not by myself.
Oh, with the friends. You're right.
She was by herself. That's all we did.
That's a good point.
I made that joke. You could not come to school if you didn't have the Aaliyah choreography on deck. You gotta be ready. You don't know when.
You gotta have Maya, Case of the X.
Hello.
Loaded, ready to go.
Ready
you
to go.
have to be ready.
It's like, let's go. What you got?
Let me see. What dances do I genuinely know? I definitely know Rock the Boat. Like
I know
that. Everybody
all
knows that.
videos.
I do know all of Aaliyah. I know.
Dust yourself off and try again. Try again.
Yeah. I know that. The little shimmy from Tony Braxton.
Yeah.
I got that. What else I got? Like, oh my God! You know what I was doing in my house? Well, that came on the playlist 702. Where my girls at? I hit the whole thing. I didn't even know I knew it. And I was like, okay, I got that one.
My girls at. That doesn't happen. That doesn't happen.
They don't have that. They don't have that. Or they have their own version of that. They have their own version of that.
This generation, though I'm not a fan of this generation.
No?
I'm
not mad at them.
I am.
You know, I always try to be positive.
I know you do. That's also why I love you. It's like you help me. You don't help me do anything because I actually don't take the feedback. But you remind me that I can do a little better.
No. I'm just saying, like, I feel like every generation always wants to hate the younger generation. I'd be like, I'm not mad at them. I feel like they have their own lane. At the same time, like, if you think that the people who are 16 to 19 now are like wild, what are you gonna think of?
It's not that they're wild. They just don't. They're not giving much.
You said they're not giving.
They're not giving much. No offense. And also, but there's also me though. I was that person growing up. I guess just being the last of four.
Yep.
I was always whatever my older sister's age was. So when she was rocking Coogee and rocking the Dansons, that was me. Though I was 9 or 10 or 11.
Yeah.
During that time, I was like, that's my identity.
Yeah.
So I just went with that. So then when I was in high school, I was like, I don't like any of y'all.
Yeah.
Like, so I never
like past that.
Didn't like my generation. So I only like people who are like 5 years. I like the ages, my age, right?
Yeah.
And ish. And 75.
Okay. 75 years old?
Yeah, I can myself after 75, they're dangerous.
10 years past senior citizen. Like,
yes,
what?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
After 75, it gets a little dangerous.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you.
They start to die.
They start to die. And also, they just be saying some crazy things. Maybe it's a little dangerous. And I'm like, this is why our generation is the way it is. Not blame at all, but I'll give a little story. Because I always got, I also bet
story
to you.
time.
I always bet to you about my reality of being an entrepreneur here in Harlem.
Yeah.
I
love your stories about this store. I love it.
It gets a little crazy. On the latest Oma Shop news, last week, me and Kim were sitting in front of the bench, chilling, minding my business. This older woman, at the time I didn't know her age, she was with another woman who looked absolutely amazing. Harlem, you get some cute older black women. That's why I love Harlem so much. She was just minding her business, but she stopped and talked to us, complaining about the store next door to us that says organic, but they sell nothing but nacho cheese and Cheetos. Nothing's organic.
Why do all the bodegas say organic? Like nothing has changed.
It's a little front, but it's okay.
Okay, all right.
You know, it's a little front. So I didn't want to tell her it was a front, and like they're just going to sell you nothing but like cancer candies.
Yeah.
It is what it is. So she's like, I've been looking for organic green tea. So, and they say organic and there's nothing organic in there. This is crazy. I was like, well, ma'am, here at the Oma Shop, we have organic tea, we have everything for you. So she's still complaining, blah, blah, blah. So she walks in, she walks back out. And she's over my dead body. I'll spend $3 on it.
All right, you just said you wanted organic tea, miss.
Lady,
Like,
I said, lady. And then and so Akeem is a king.
Yeah.
And I'm respectful. Akeem, to elderly. So when it comes to older people, I'm very, very respectful.
Okay.
Old as in like, I don't respect you after under 45.
Okay, got it. If you look under 50, no respect.
No, I would listen.
Okay.
I will fight you. I will still fight you like a non-person. So she complains, and I said, ma'am, Akeem's like, inflation, lady. I was like, ma'am, you know, we're just in a different era. I understand. Yeah. I am her. I still think rent should be $250.
Yeah. $250?
My daddy said he
it was never $250 in our lifetime.
Hold on, just see.
What do you think, this is 1970?
Actually, I could have sworn where we grew up in the Bronx, our 3-bedroom was like a little bit under. My brother and sister can probably attest to the real numbers. I think it was like $300. It was a project.
I don't believe it.
It was the projects. It was the projects.
Oh,
so
okay. Because it was like, we were in deep Brooklyn, our rent was like 400 and something.
Ooh, that's spicy.
And that was the 80s. That was 80s. Right?
Okay, maybe it was 500. Maybe it was 700. Either way, those are my numbers, and I think that rent should be.
That's not gonna happen.
And that's so I got what you.
What post Bloomberg world do you think you live in?
I don't know. So that's why I understood her frustration, because she's like, I grew up here and now I have to leave Harlem, and that's what I get. I got a lot of people assuming that like I'm gentrifying the neighborhood, and then I have to play the mascot like I'm from the neighborhood, I'm of the neighborhood. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Right. So I had to explain to her. I was like, okay, ma'am. First of all, New York just started doing organic anything. If you really want to be real, like after Bloomberg, we weren't even drinking tea. Like you know, you weren't drinking tea in the '90s. She wasn't drinking green tea in the '90s.
No, she wasn't.
That's new. We just knew about Lipton. No, we only had
there was
Lipton.
a few lot of them, but everybody made fun of them and called them like granola.
And she wasn't that. So her green tea era probably started like 15 years ago. Yeah. But I'm gonna let her have it. Yeah. I'm gonna let her have it. Yeah. So she complained about the price of the green tea. We had explained to her about inflation and just what it costs to have just my cup, like overhead. Like what it just, I was like, my cup alone is $1. Yeah. So you do the math.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you do the math,
more than $1 for it.
Yeah. You do the math of what I'm.
But $3 isn't crazy even for.
We know.
It's not crazy at all, actually. I'm thinking like I know places you go get a tea, you're paying minimum $6.
That's crazy.
$.
Oh, she was offended by me. So then, of course, I had to do the whole hello.
No, there's definitely places in Brooklyn that are like $6 for a chai. Yeah. So she wasn't having it. Did she get it?
She did, because she's like, you know what? Because you told me what you told me, I'm gonna walk in and I'm gonna patronize your business. Oh God. She's gonna come once, but it's okay. So then
she really thought she did the work. She said, I'm here on the ground doing the work, supporting the community.
Tommy was here that day, right? So she comes out and says, because again, it was me and Keem.
Oh no.
Sitting on the bench, and Tommy, who's behind the camera, who is a white man, and his wonderful partner, Harley, my favorite, who's a white woman. She comes out and says, y'all sitting out here and y'all have these white people working. I said, wait, what, ma'am?
Wait, what? Did she actually say this?
Yeah, I lost the whole thing right now.
Wait, she said it like there was something wrong? Oh my God. What?
Harlem crazy. So I was like, what you mean? She's like, y'all just sitting here while the white people work? I said, no. So she didn't tell me she was 78. So that comes back to why my age. I was like, you dangerous. You a dangerous
She's
person.
78, said, not 178.
I know,
like,
but listen, those ages are get dangerous. I was like, so what did you expect? I was like, ma'am. She's like, y'all think y'all doing big. I was like, what are we talking about my finances, ma'am? Y'all must be doing big if y'all can sit here and let the white people work and y'all just sit here. I said, well, I'm not just sitting here. I work really hard. But I was like,
why are you explaining it? Why are you explaining yourself? Also, that's very unlike you. Why are you explaining yourself to another person? It's because she was older.
Because she was older, and I had to respect. If she would have
been anywhere under 50,
I would have told her to kiss both my holes.
Yeah. Well, I don't know why you're wasting your breath.
I don't know why I wasted. But then I remembered she was 78, so I had to, hit it with a feather. And I was like, yo, that's a dangerous rhetoric that you're going with, ma'am. You
Wild to
offended
say.
that?
I mean, I know older people say wild stuff out loud, period. But that is that's just a weird one. I don't, what am I
supposed to do with that? I said, wait, what?
Did I not just tell you I owned this?
In black ass Harlem, you offended that 2 black owners are sitting, and we were just sitting, just to catch. It was sunny. It was sunny. If I had to explain myself, we just wanted to sit, and we don't discriminate. I was like, and then I had to explain to them, I was like, our races come in many colors, and I had to do the whole multi-culti thing. I was like, we have Japanese, white, like that.
Everything.
I was like, but you out here.
So give me the update on the locals, because I remember it being like, they were like, why would I pay this much for coffee? And now they're like kind of getting used to it. They come more often. Like, has that been, is it transitioning? Because I remember like, I just feel like we've said this before, if this shop was in Brooklyn, like, there's a million of these in Brooklyn. Like everybody knows it, they're used to it. Like they're used to kind of like the lifestyle concept. They're happy to support spaces like this. But Harlem, it still feels newer. Hold on, let me just make sure that's not my mom with the kids.
Oh yeah.
It is my mommy. Can I just call her back? It's my mommy. She's gonna be like, please make sure they're both breathing. Everything's okay? Okay, no, Renee's just making up times, mommy. She can't, she's 3 years old, she can't tell time yet. All right, I'll see you in a bit. Okay, bye. So you know how I always, sorry, I don't want to switch the subject, but.
No, but we can, because that's actually
my mom and the kids are kind of, I'm always telling stories about my mom and the kids. And I'm like, she really.
I love that she ain't leaning into that grandma thing. She sound like me when I become a grandma.
I'm so surprised. The way, you gotta understand, the way I get it, my sister did it a lot. Like my niece is now 19 years old.
Which is crazy.
She did it, which is insane. She did it a long time ago. She was a younger woman back then.
Right. But was she grandma into more?
My sister went away for law school and my niece was with my mom and dad full time. They basically raised my niece, and then I go to my mom and I go, watch my kids for a couple of hours, and she's like,
watch it.
I don't know, I gotta see if I have time. I'll be like, what? Why did I get the short end of the stick? Mind you, this woman is fully retired now. She was working a full-time job 20 years ago, and now she'll be like, I don't know, I gotta stop by Costco. I don't know if I can make time for it. I'm like,
I don't want to
what?
do that.
This is what I'm dealing with. I mean, though, she comes through for sure.
I'm sure.
We're so lucky that we have the grandmas to lean back on for sure that live here, because I know people who don't get that. But the way she be giving me a hard time to watch these kids, she was watching the kids once for, I want to say 3 hours. And she called me and she was like, well, when are you coming home? And I was like, Mom, I'm driving back right now. She was like,
driving?
She said, they're driving you crazy. And I was like, thank you, just said my kids are driving you crazy. Thank you. Thank you for that. I was like, yo, she give me a hard time.
I'm too cute for this. And that's how I feel.
They're cute.
Your kids are gorgeous.
They're cute, but they will be on, the thing is they know who they can fuck with. That's the thing. It's crazy, especially for Quincy being so young. They'll be like, my mom has that energy where it's like, I can do whatever the fuck I want. I feel like that's why the balance growing up, my dad was so strict and beat us. And I'm like, without my dad, we would have been running the streets. Because my mom has that energy, be like, she gets on with this. And my kids respond to her the same way. They're like, oh, give me some more snacks. It's just so funny.
That is my mom, but your mom sounds like she retired from listen, I learned it was cute the first time being grandma, but y'all, I'll be there. I'll be a part-time grandma this time around. And then you got 2.
I think it's the 2 that, I think it's even the 2 that makes it too much
I'm not watching your kids.
It's Tim.
I'm sorry. I don't even want to watch mine.
That's the job.
I don't want to watch mine.
That's the job description. Grandmas are without question supposed to do all of the work.
I mean,
I'm supposed to be out. I gave birth. I'm supposed to be out chilling. I'm not supposed to be watching kids, but
I think I have a similar story, but I feel like my mom is so un-grandma, but she wants to be. We went to Spain last month for my birthday. My mom lives right here in Staten Island. Right here. Akeem's mom got on a plane from Texas
It's like you could
to
tell.
watch my baby.
I know, but because your mom was like, you baby, what?
She's like, what? She goes, you gotta eat, right?
Stop. It's because she did it already with
Casey and Kendall, yeah.
Exactly.
It's true.
I feel like when they've done it, they
18,
feel like
19
they
years
put
ago.
in they put in their time,
Yeah.
and they're like, why would I do that again?
Yeah, this
It's
is
like
nice
you gotta
of you.
do it all at once, and that's it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
That's
they did
absolutely
us
true.
dirty. They're doing us dirty. They're
We
doing
supposed
us
to have
dirty.
our kids 19 years ago when it was like welfare.
I told you I should have had kids at 14. I'm telling you, I wouldn't have skipped a beat. Life would have been exactly the same. Because high school was boring. Let's be real.
High school was very well.
Nothing happened. I
Yeah.
went to public school. Nothing
Yeah.
happened. I
Nope.
should have had the kid at 14.
Yeah.
Hear me out.
I would have been, I hear you.
Right? Skip all that.
Yeah.
Get a GD, whatever I have to
Yeah,
do.
I agree.
18, bomb the kids 4.
Come on.
Go to college.
Come on.
Leave them with my parents. The same way my sister did for
I
law
agree.
school. I would have came back to New York, did my internships. This kid would have been a full-on kid in after school. I wouldn't have
Yeah,
skipped
with a
a
little
beat.
coat.
I wouldn't have skipped a beat. But then I probably would have had some bum-ass nigga that I'm still in touch with
No,
from
no,
14,
no.
so that part would suck.
But maybe I could have reunited.
That
Like, that part would have stuck. But maybe I could have reunited. Nah.
Nobody
No.
dated anybody good when they were 14.
Me and
Wait, you
King-
did it, Keith? Oh my god, that's so cute! That is so cute! You guys have known each other for that long?
Yeah, we were
I know
very
you
cute.
guys knew each other since high school, but I thought maybe it was just senior year. Wait, when did you guys meet?
When I was 15.
So adorable! Okay, I literally in high school was dating a high school dropout. And I'm not joking, he genuinely dropped out.
King was brilliant.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you're right. He's a nerd, but he did boy stupid stuff.
Yeah, like regular dumb shit.
But I don't want that.
When I got my first internship, and mind you, I've been broke up with that dude because I was like, he's an idiot.
Yeah.
And then he said to me like, damn, yo, you really doing your thing.
Oh,
like,
yeah, you different.
how you get that internship? And I was like, I went on the website and I applied and sent my resume. I was like, oh my God, I just saved myself from idiocracy. What?
Yeah.
And I was like, I mean, that's who most
Yeah,
of
you're
us
right.
were dating.
99
Guys that have no idea to like Google.
Like, yo, you know how to do
and
that?
resumes,
Right?
like,
In New York City.
imagine having
Yo,
a
you
kid.
know how to do
Imagine
that?
having a kid with that person
With a
now.
with a whole
With a
dunce.
whole idiot.
A whole dunce. Yeah, you're right. So Akeem was brilliant, actually. I would tell you
Yeah,
that.
not the same.
Actually, let me rephrase that.
Yeah.
This guy was like A+ across the board, and he had to study for the AP test smart.
Yeah.
But then he had to find a way to be bad, and I think it's because of growing up here in Harlem. He had to so he did like bad little things in his own, but always found a way to be very brilliant academically.
Yeah.
So this
Yeah.
kid was like high honors, didn't have to take college school credits because he was brilliant in high school, all that stuff. But then still stupid.
No, but that's different. That's just regular boy, boy bad decisions.
Imagine
They
having
just
a
make
baby with bad decision people. I feel like I was an
I
adult
know,
since
but
I was
now
10.
this actually explains why Aram is so smart. You're both very intelligent. You're both very quick.
Akeem says I can't read.
Can you not read?
I can read very.
Are you reading off of the cards right now?
No, he says that I have comprehension.
Wow, this is just making
I was,
sense
like,
right now.
I was like, don't ever insult me. I was brilliant my whole life. Don't blame me. But he's like, I would read something. He says I have comprehension issues. So as I'm reading something, he goes, do you understand what you just read? I was like, don't talk to me like that, bro.
So he's saying you never did well in the citywide test.
That's what he was, and I did, but he just was thought that he was always smarter than me. That's what he was, that type of person. I was like, I comprehend, but even I can read a contract today. He goes, do you comprehend that sentence?
Okay, all right, sir.
It's like, bruh, go take some photos.
Y'all are both good. Y'all are both good.
But yeah, I agree with you. Yeah. I secretly, in my mind, always thought how cool it'd be to be a teen mom. Not cool, like it's not, not
it just
cool.
feels like getting it out of the way, and
right?
then you get to be young while having your daughter.
That's what I admired.
Yeah.
And Akeem's mom was like that.
Yeah.
She had him at 19 and she living her best life,
Yeah.
right? And I admire that. And also, because I'm very vain and ignorant, I be seeing these little girls and their stomachs be, and I was like, damn, I could have been
you get
that.
like super. That's the thing about having kids younger. You just snap back like
There ain't
it's
no
just so
belly
much-
hang.
No, they don't.
There ain't
got
no
none of that.
saggy breasts.
They don't got none of that. That's also the win.
That's what I wanted.
I know that's what I wanted too. But I think I actually snapped back pretty decently.
You snapped back
I'm not mad at it.
Incredibly.
I'm not mad at it. I was like, I didn't get any of the things that I thought would scare me.
I have baby brains, but my stomach is still. I have abs, but then I have like a little wrinkle. And I don't want that. But you know, I'm
perfect.
I'm gonna have.
I thought you were gonna say something.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
we can wrap up in like another minute, but I'm gonna.
For like 48 minutes.
We've been going for 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry, we be chatting.
stop. This is supposed to be like a 10-minute segment.
Oh, sorry. He was like, this is gonna be a lot to edit.
It's not gonna be that. It'll be alright.
Hilarious. Basically, I will have another kid one day, and then Ozempic breast lift is on.
No, you can't. Don't do Ozempic.
Why not?
Because then people's face.
I seen that, but I thought that was cute.
No. It's not the suck in. It's like
It's this. It gets the index.
It goes like the
I see-
skin, like
seen it.
the top lip is like.
Oh no.
I'm not gonna say like which celebrity I think looks crazy after it, but there's somebody who I think is
I've seen it.
beyond naturally beautiful, and she took Ozempic, and I'm like, ooh, she lost the beauty in her face.
I seen Ozempic face, and the only thing I agree with is the cheekbones.
You want
and
the
then
suck-
I just don't like the drug addict eyes.
Yeah. I don't think that's it. I mean, you don't need. You're thin. You don't need
But
that.
you know, like
Because you run, you're not.
Sure,
you
but-
put in the work.
But it took you like a lot of work. I don't want to be running all day. I just want to get there. I want to like.
I think you fine.
Okay.
All right. Point of the story: being a mom, grandmas don't help.
Grandmas don't
Grandmas
help.
don't help. If anybody has grandmas for rent in the tri-state area, let us know. Raph and I are always trying to court grandmas in the playground. We're
Yep.
like, think she would watch our kids?
Yep.
So yeah.
Young grandmas.
I know these grandmas. We see ones where like the knees are cracking and they do all the work. But yeah, you know, young grandmas.
Akeem Aram's grandma, the young one.
Yeah.
She be grandma.
Oh, that's the
she
thing.
came from Texas, stood out for a whole week, had a ball.
Damn, she does
My
work.
mama was just a few miles away in another borough.
She was watching Super Soul Sunday.
And she was like, oh yeah, I did that. She was watching the Knicks game.
That's hilarious.
Anyway, Jassine, I love you to death, and that's why we're here.
Lizzie.
We'll wrap it up here, and I'm so happy to have this. Will be blurred.
I know.
Oh, thanks, Jassine.
No, of course.
We even drink our drink. Oh, you did?
I drank my drink.
Good job.
I was like, come on, you pop that zero. Actually, it's delicious.
That's your mom calling you for real, though. That is hilarious.
I gotta make sure they're alive. I can't ignore those calls.